welcome to a rather unusual episode of Crochet Moments. This isn't a proper podcast. You might be able to tell from my croaky voice, I'm not in the best of health. I recently tested positive for COVID, so I am isolating by myself in my bedroom. So behind me you can see a rather messy stash shelf. That's not all of my stash. That's just a tiny bit of my stash. So I'm going to take this opportunity to start sorting through it and tidy up those shelves, and hopefully I'll have the energy. So I'm just having the idea now. This is Saturday the 8th of January, I think. I've been working on my sweater. I've nearly finished the body. I'm doing a different project every day. This video is probably going to be going out at around the time I'll be finishing my isolation. We've got everything crossed that nobody else tests positive, and it's just me with the lurgy. So tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, depending on how well I feel, I'm going to start clearing that off and getting into the corner. There's a really messy corner just over there. And I'm going to sort it all out and maybe make a list of my stash so I can try and work from my stash as much as possible in 2022. Hopefully I'll get some finished objects. No excuse really, have I? But yes, so that is it. So as far as the COVID is concerned, I just so far feel like I've just got a bit of a cold, nothing too strenuous. My cough is a bit irritating. I don't cough very often, but when I do it hurts. But yeah, so hopefully it just stays as that minor cough and a runny nose and a headache. But I am really tired, that's one thing, and I'm very lonely. I've been up here by myself for almost 2 days now, and it's terribly boring and lonely, even with all my knitting and crochet and my Netflix and iPlayer and YouTube. I'm just so bored. So yeah, I might do a bit more on my sweater this evening. I keep thinking about getting my cross stitch back out again. That'd be nice, but I'm not sure if I have the mental energy for cross stitch. At the moment I'm on the rib of my sweater, and that seems hard enough. I don't know. I'll have to see. I have had some retail therapy, so I will include that in this video at some point as well. And so yes, depending on how I feel and whether or not I am out of isolation by the time my normal video goes up, this will go up in its place. If not, then this will be thrown in somewhere in the mix. We shall see what happens. So I'm going to get myself a drink and do a little bit more knitting, and I might put some more Netflix on. I'm not sure what though. I'm getting a bit bored with it all. I shall see you all again in, well, for you it will be a few seconds, and for me it will be in the morning. Good morning. It is Sunday the 9th of January, I think. Day 3 of my isolation. Feeling a little bit out of sorts this morning, a little bit breathless, very tired, but I promised myself I'm going to sort my stash, so that's what I'm going to do. It occurred to me last night, I've got a few things kitted up in my messy corner. I'm just going to bite the bullet and pop those on my whip wheel. Everything that I've got kitted up already is going on my whip wheel, and I'm starting it when they get spun, because quite frankly I'm fed up. And the girls and Simon are still negative, so I'm still all by my lonesome, and it's looking like I'm going to be all by my lonesome for the next at least 4 or 5 days. I deserve the treat of at least one new start. So today's project is Portobello Road shawl. I'm hopefully going to get that done, a fair chunk of it done. I'm going to hopefully not expend too much energy sorting through my stash, just because I'm so tired this morning. I'm almost tempted to not do it. but the prospect of finding those projects that are kitted up and adding them to my wheel is enough to make me want to do it. So I'm just going to, if I do tire myself out, it's not like I have anywhere to be. I can have a nap. Simon bought me a fitness watch for Christmas, and I discovered it has a blood oxygen monitor on it. So despite my breathlessness, my O2 levels are normal. They're in the normal range, so they're not low side of normal either. They are in the normal range. So I need to get Simon to bring a hairbrush up. This is the worst thing. Everything that I need for just looking after myself, my hairbrush, is downstairs. Luckily we have spares so that Simon will be able to have that. He's having to bring my meals to me on a tray and leave them outside my bedroom door, and then make a fast retreat while I come and get it. My appetite's not great this morning. Simon bought continental pastries for breakfast this morning, and yeah, I've just not really been feeling it. So I might have a snack later when I have a morning coffee. But yeah, so I'm going to tidy up my bed because it is looking rather untidy right now because I've been laying it all morning. It's currently 11 o'clock and I've only just had a shower. I'm feeling very lazy, but I thought maybe if I have a shower it'll wake me up a little bit, and it has. I'm not as tired as I was 20 minutes ago, but I am still quite tired. So this is turning into more of a like my COVID journey than my stash, isn't it? So I'm going to clear my bed a little bit, and then I'm going to start unloading my stash and lay it out on the bed if I have space for it all. And then I will try and sort it all out and put it away and list everything that I have, so that when I see patterns that I like, I know whether or not I have enough yarn already to make it, and I can get on and do it. So yeah, I'm just looking, see it just up there. I'm trying to work out what to do with these. So these here are my Crochet Now magazines. The ones that I've kept, I have got rid of a fair few of them, either giving to friends who crochet, or I've sent a few out when I've sent yarn to people. Then I've got my other pattern books here. I'm not quite sure how I'm organising that. All of my knitting magazines and knitting patterns are all under the bed. I do need to sort through those as well and work out what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep. I would love to try and use these shelves here for something, but we're actually getting rid of those at some point. Or at least that's what Simon keeps telling me, but they've been there for more than a year. Yes, so I'm going to stop wittering on, clear my bed, and start unloading this and sorting out my messy corner, and just try and get a good idea of what I've got. Oh dear, I'm at that stage now where I wish I hadn't started. So this is the bulk of my DK stash. All of this that you see here. I'll take you through what I've got in a second. So excuse the mess down there. I've also got this much, which won't fit on my bed. This over here is other weights that will need sorting out, which I'll get round to when I've done my DK stash. So yes, I'm going, most of this is Aldi. I do like the Aldi double knit acrylic. It's fantastically soft and it's very good value. I think I get it's about 4 balls for £4 or £5, so it's around £1 a ball. I would liken quality wise, it's very similar to Stylecraft Special, so that just goes to show, seeing as Stylecraft Special is £2 a ball. So yes, it's mostly acrylic here. I do have some drifter, which is a combination of wool, cotton and acrylic. In this lovely envelope here, I've got all my cotton yarn that Soffity sent to me. I've got a little bit of cotton DK over there as well. But almost everything you see here is acrylic. But I've got good quantities of most that I'll be able to use for things or put together to make things. I quite like the look of this blue with this blue, but this blue I have almost a full sweater's quantity there of that blue on its own. So yeah, so most of it is sweater quantity, either for myself or the girls. So I'm going to list all of this now so I can try and put it away in such a way that is easy. And over there on that chair, oh crikey, look at the mess there. Oh, we don't want to see that. But on the on the chair are all the projects that I found that are not on my whip. They've been kitted up but not started. So I'm going to work out those as well, get those on my whip wheel, so that way I can just work on what I want. I need to have a sort out in this whole room, to be honest. Becoming a bit of a dumping ground. So yes, I've got a few bits over here. So some of the things are things that I've bought from yarn shows. So obviously there's my noodle soup yarn, which I have yet to cast on for a pair of vanilla socks. So there's this. So this I did initially buy for Catherine. We were going to make a shawl together, and I donated this out of my stash for her. I had already picked out my yarn, the colours for the project that we were going to do together. So I probably won't be doing 2 of those shawls, but it's nice to know I have 2 yarns that sit quite nicely together out of my hand-dyed stash. And obviously over here I've got my Aran weight, some of my Aran weight. I do have a tote of Aran weight somewhere I've just found and taken out. This stuff is the I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby, I think, that the lovely Melissa sent to me. Yeah, Hobby Lobby. Now I was looking at this. Now it says here, when it'll focus, it is a, where does it say? Yeah, so it says here that's a medium 4 weight, which I believe is equivalent to our Aran weight. But when I compare it to some of my DK stash, it's a very similar thickness. So I don't know whether or not I should treat this as a DK rather than an Aran. I love these colours. I need to do something with these because they're amazing. I haven't picked out a pattern that I like for it yet. So here it is, and I'm going to hopefully pop most of it back on the bookshelf, and I need to find out an alternative storage place for my magazines and books. Oh crikey. And then I'm going to have a lie down, I think. Okay, so here is all of my, well, almost all of my DK stash tidied up, and I've tried to sort of group them together in colour palettes for the most part. I gave up a little bit down here because I am exhausted. I think I might leave my other yarns until tomorrow because I need a lie down and a drink and catch my breath. But I love how this particular shelf sort of grades in colours. It's given me all sorts of ideas. It's made me realise I have most, if not all, of the colours used in the Room of Requirement jumper in the Harry Potter crochet book. So I will certainly be looking that up at some point, but I do have all of this. These are projects already kitted up. So I'm going to, while I'm sitting down, have a rest. And I also sheepishly add that I ordered a big ball of Aran cream yesterday from Hobbycraft as part of my retail therapy, shall we call it. And I just found almost a whole ball, an 800-meter ball of cream here. So this is going to be coupled with this, and it's going to become a knitted tree skirt. So I'm going to check out what needles I need for this particular project, and if I already have them and they're not in use, I'm going to be naughty and cast this on tomorrow. So today I'm working on a crochet project, so I need to stick with crochet for today. if the needle, I suspect I'm going to need size 5 needles, which are in use on my dual span sweater. So I might just get myself some more 5mm needles, although I need to check what I got from Dinah's Home of Crafts. I can't remember what size needles I got from that. I better send Simon a text message, as that's how we're communicating at the moment. And I will show you the rest of my stash. I shall have to look at later. So yeah, I'm got quite a lot of chunky. As it's here, I'll just go through some of it now. Oh, that's all tangled up. So that was in my bits box. I have a bits box which is just there. So yeah, I'm surprised at how much chunky I actually do have. This stuff, I did have about 10 balls of it from my mum's stash. Red Heart Heads Up. It's actually quite a nice yarn. There's only 97 meters in a ball, and I've got 4 balls left. I think I might, oh no, there's most of a ball there too. So I've got around 500 meters of this stuff. I'm wondering what I could make with it. I have to go through my patterns. I think I'd probably get most use out of it if I knit with it, but I'm going to have a look at the crochet patterns as well. That might make a small scarf or something if I've got a chunky pattern available. But yeah, so there's this stuff. I forgot I had this. This is beautiful yarn, and the labels have gone missing. They've come out. Oh, there they are. On the floor. I've just got so much on the floor. So this is Sublime Lola. I bought it from a yarn shop that was closing down in the city centre a couple of years ago now, about a year. Oh, it'd been a couple of years ago at least, because Emily was still in a pushchair. So it's quite a big yarn. I'm not sure what to use of this. It's very soft. It's ridiculously soft. What's the makeup of it? Oh, I can't find the makeup. Is it on the other bit of paper? Oh, I don't know. I've got all these bits of paper. Oh, there it is. Oh, so it's 100% extra fine merino. That's why it's so soft. So, yes, and it's very fluffy. I want to make something with that. That's going to make an absolutely amazing hat or cowl, I would have thought. So yeah, and I've got loads of this stuff. This was a big mistake. I actually don't enjoy working with this, but I'm going to persevere because I think it might make some nice amigurumi if I can talk myself into it. So I got a bag of 4 balls of this stuff, so I'm going to try and use that, and some stuff which is almost definitely not going to get used for a long time, unless I can really. Is this tinsel yarn? I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this. No, I do. I was planning on attempting to knit or crochet with it some Christmassy boleros for the girls, as you can see. So it's like £4.99 for these 4, and I think it was on offer when I bought it, so I don't think I even paid the £5 for the 4 balls. I think it was about £3, £2 or £3 I think I paid for this, and I bought 2 packs, and the other pack is buried over there. So all of this is going to get thrown in a tote right now. My huge pile of pattern books and everything else is going to go on a lower shelf, and then I'm going to lay down for a little while and rest, and maybe have a snack. It is lunchtime, but I'm not really hungry enough for a full lunch, and I didn't finish my breakfast. Simon gave me pastries for breakfast and I didn't eat all of it, so I'll have one of those for my lunch. But I'm really excited with this, that I can start it. I have enough yarn now. I'm positive that I have enough yarn there, and if I don't, I do have another ball of cream coming, so hopefully it won't be too dissimilar in colour to this one and I can just get on with it. So I also remembered that I had this from Melissa, of Melissa's Knit and Crochet Spot. I think that's what she's her channel is called. She sent me some happy mail. I need to pay back the favour. I have bought some things for you, Melissa. If you're watching this, I have bought you some things. I just haven't got round to sending it yet. So it's going to be on its way before long. And I hope to be as generous as you were with candy as well, depending on what I'm allowed to send to the States. So yeah, this is most of my stash. I have a tote bag of Aran behind me as well, which I will show you on the next day that I have energy while I'm in my isolation prison. So it's, what day is it today? It's Tuesday today. I didn't do any yarn sorting yesterday, and I don't think I'm going to get any yarn sorting done today because I had squishy post. So one of the downsides, I suppose, of being stuck in my room is online shopping. I've bought needles, so I wanted to start the Christmas tree skirt from the Harry Potter knitting book. I had actually ordered some cream, which is what one of the one of the things in this package is, but I found a ball of cream when I was sorting out, so, and it's almost a full ball, which is all I need, so I should have enough to finish this. So I'm on the third row of the cables. 446 stitches. That's a lot. That's a very, very long row. But yes, I bought the needles for it. So I've started that yesterday. I'm working on it a little bit today. And now this is here. Once I finish this row that I'm on, I'm going to start my new crochet start. So as you can see behind me, all my DK stash is sorted. I've still got my sock yarn and Aran yarn and chunky yarn to sort out. That might have to wait. My energy levels are terrible at the moment, so I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what I've been buying. So the Christmas tree skirt over here, that is a chart, and I'm finding it really hard. I don't know if it's the COVID or just the fact that I'm working the chart from a big book rather than just a piece of paper, and I don't have a copier, so ooh, mess. So let's try and get in here. So I've ordered some Aran. It is the soft and smooth. So here's the cream that I got, which is a thinner, close in colour to the one that I have. So this is the Hobbycraft brand. It's the Women's Institute, and there's a donation to the Women's Institute with each ball bought. This is very soft. It's 400 grams. These ones, they're usually around 800 meters. Oh, this isn't actually, this is only 660 meters. Ooh, that means I might, depending on how much yarn, oh crikey, I might not have enough of this. I might have to get another ball of this at some point. But this yarn is on a 3 for 2, so this was the free ball. And I got this to make a hooded poncho for the girls. So I'm going to be making the hooded poncho pattern from the Harry Potter crochet wizardry book, and I really liked this yarn with the tweedy bits. This is a soft and smooth tweed. It's 400 grams. This is cornflower. This one's 600 meters, so I've got 1200 meters, and I actually needed, oh crikey, somewhere I think close to 14, so I'm hoping that this is still going to be enough. But in the past, when I've used yarn that isn't recommended in the book, I've overbought, so even when I've bought the right amount, because it's a poncho, I don't think I'll be doing a tension gauge. I chose this because I think it's a colour that both the girls will like. I'm unsure as to the exact sizings of the pattern, so I've had a look. I believe size small will fit Catherine, so I might have to do some wizardry with maybe using some DK yarn instead of the Aran weight yarn to make a smaller one for Emily, because Emily wants one too. And because I needed to get some free delivery, I ordered some patterns. I bought this rather nice knitting pattern, James C. Brett, for this is the stone washed yarn. And a friend of mine admired this around Christmas time, so I've bought this, and at some point I will get the yarn to have a go at making it. But the colour work's a little bit scary, but we shall see. So yes, that's my yarn delivery. I might even get my beads through. There's beads in the tree skirt. I've ordered some from a little shop in Nottingham, so I will link everything below when I do my proper podcast and I'm talking properly. So, yeah, so this has been quite a stretch. I'm on day 4 of isolation today. I get to test tomorrow and Thursday. If both tests are negative, I can finish my isolation early, which I honestly can't wait. One of my colleagues at work has also tested positive, and with people in and out for holiday days and things like that, things that they can't reschedule, there's only going to be 2 members of staff tomorrow. I'm feeling really guilty because I feel well enough to be at work now. I still feel quite tired, but not so tired that I couldn't manage a day at work. But eek. I just want life to get back to normal. I'm just fed up now. But I'm going to finish this row on the tree skirt and get started on the poncho and wonder how much I'll get done. It's a fairly straightforward looking pattern, so I could get quite a chunk done today, seeing as I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, so I shall try and get some yarn sorting done either later today or tomorrow, so that I can show you some of my sock yarn stash. I won't be able to show all of it. Pretty much all of my commercial sock yarn is downstairs in a bag, and I'm not allowed downstairs at the moment, so that won't get shown. But to be honest, most of it you'll have seen on incoming, the same as the other stash that I've got. But I'll flash the stash anyway. It's part of this video, and then I shall have to give Simon my phone so that he can upload it onto YouTube and try and make some sense of it. It's, what day is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday today. Just doing some crochet on the poncho. So I finished the hood yesterday. This is huge. This is the smallest size. There is a child modelling this in the book. I'm a bit concerned. I've used almost a whole ball of that Aran on just this hood. It's really heavy, but I'll be sorting that. So I've just had some post, so I thought I would open it on camera if I can work out how to do that. So I did a lateral flow this morning to see if I can come out early, and so far I can't. I'm still testing positive, so I'll have to test again tomorrow. I really desperately want to get out of this room. So yeah, so post. Let's start with this one. I got some beads. Don't worry, bead happy. Okay, so this is where I bought my beads from. Oh, enjoy a cuppa on us. Oh, does that mean there's tea bag in here? We'll have to see. So let's see what we've got. Oh, Earl Grey. I'm not a big fan of Earl Grey. Simon can have that. So here are the beads. These are all of the beads that I'm going to need for the Christmas tree skirt. So I've never knit putting beads in before, so that will be an experience. This should be around about the right number of beads. It's about 400 and 600 beads there. So whoops, so that's lovely, and I love that card. It's so cute. So this is actually quite local to me. It's Nottingham, and there's all their contact details. These are size 5 beads to go with the Aran yarn. So let's do my subscription yarn. Okay, so we've got a pucker tea. Little stitch marker with a Happy New Year. Oh, I love that. There's a little star on there. I love these. They're so cute. And then the yarn. So the colour is always a mystery. Let's I'm normally quite careful when I get into these, but I'm doing this one-handed, so let's see what colour I've got today. So this is my 2 monthly subscription that I get from Luxury Yarns. Oh, this is very nice. Catanista. That's lovely. That's very similar to the Camellia yarn that I got about this time last year. There's more colour in this one. The last one was more natural with a few flecks of the green and the pink through, but I really like that. That's really nice. So that will go into my stash until I can decide what I want to make with it. Hello again. This will be my last filming of Isolation Crochet Moments. This is what it certainly turned out to be. I tested negative this morning, so I would assume that I will test negative tomorrow morning, which means that I will no longer be in my prison. I have been ultra busy with crochet today, so I didn't get my sock yarn sorted. I've got my first FO of the year, which is the poncho that I bought this yarn for. I've worked on it solidly for 2.5 days and it's done. I did edge it with a little bit of paint box cream. So yeah, so that's this week has been a bit unusual in the way that I work on my projects. I normally will spin my wheel to decide what I'm working on, but I've been fluttering really between projects. I haven't been, other than this poncho, because this wasn't very mindless crochet. There was very little thinking needed involved with that. I've not really been able to stay focused on anything. Certainly most of my projects that I've already got on the go. So there have been a couple of new starts. There have been a frogged project. I had a project that I had started with this yarn, the Our Tribe. So I need to find a project for this. I have 2 balls of this. I couldn't completely frog what I worked on because it doesn't frog very well. So that's that was an issue. So yeah, it's been a bit of a few days, bit of a week, and tomorrow will be day 7, and if I test positive first thing in the morning, I'm free. So I won't have time unless I get time over the weekend, by which time this will already have been edited and be put up. The girls are very excited that they'll be able to have hugs with me again. I've really missed spending time with them, which is funny because when I am spending time with them, I'm dreaming of getting some time by myself. Now I know what extended time by myself is. I'm going to remind myself of this week. Next time I think I've had enough of the girls and I just need to get away. So I will be passing this on to Simon tomorrow morning in my freedom and getting him to upload the videos that I filmed over the last few days. So this is in lieu of my usual podcast. I have no idea what it's going to turn out like. Stay tuned for my proper podcast, which I will do next week, as there will be a giveaway. So that will be fun. And so it's got really cold in here all of a sudden. And I've just closed the window, which is bizarre. I was fine. And then I closed the window and it's freezing now. So I'm going to have to dig my cardigan out or get back into my duvet. So I'm going to find some more stuff to watch on Netflix, and then I'm going to get working on my advent shawl, which I have spun for this next few days, and I'm working on my advent shawl for the next 3 days. So that's the plan. And I'll have to put all my whips back in my messy corner because Simon's back in the room tomorrow. But yeah, so thank you to all of you who have sent me messages wishing me well. And I'd like to say, for those of you who are new here, welcome. I've had a surprisingly, for me, surprising number of new subscribers. So I don't know if that's come from recommendations from anywhere or if that's just people have found me. I don't know, but welcome. If you have been recommended from anywhere, please tell me in the comments below so I can go and check out any channels that are recommending me, because I'm all caught up on YouTube now. So I need more things to watch. So I shall see everyone next week. So stay well, stay healthy, and happy crafting. Bye.